greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're gonna end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's really not worth it.
Swine, Xantrex gave me my life back. Hail Satan.
Anything for money. Lie for you, die for you. You can sell my soul to the devil. Anything for money. Lie for you, die for you. You can sell my soul to the devil. And this machine around us, this so-called music industry, is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives.
I'd like to, first of all, I'd like to thank Satan.
I'd rather laugh with the sinners than cry with the saints. The sinners are much more fun. You know that only the good die young.
And it goes even back to before that. Who's Robert Johnson? Right.
And I said, hello, Satan. I believe it's time to go. Me and the devil was walking side by side.
And you can find his roots, way back to the beginning of rock. And so, had we sold our soul to the devil? How else can you explain us being here on the jam?
I sold my soul to the devil.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in the world we can't see.
Dick and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so I kind of sang about, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. 'Cause I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Running with the devil.
Whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever, besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye on your album?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
Well, I was just a boy. The devil took my hand, took me from my home, made me a man. He don't talk to me about sin.
No Bible, just look in my eyes. No Bible, just look in my eyes.
I don't want to start any blasphemous rumors, but I think that God's got a sixth sense of humor, and when I die, I expect to find him laughing.
And you can come with me to a place you'll know so well. I will take you to the very gates of hell. See you in hell, my friend. See you
many souls can you deliver to me today?
Deliver to you?
Take my hand. Walk in the valley of the darkness.
Sir?
I command thee to deliver your souls to me.
If I were the devil, if I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have 1/3 of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree, thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies, and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions, just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted, until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing.
We shall propose further cooperative efforts between all the nations in weather prediction and eventually in weather control. We're laying the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite that will permit man to determine the world's cloud layer and ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world. And he who controls the weather will control the world.
Despite the cost, however, NASA does need to test these engines once in a while. So they built this place in the wetlands of Mississippi. first thing they installed was a huge loudspeaker, through which they played white noise to simulate the sound of a rocket. They then sent a number of trucks in different directions out into the wilderness, and the drivers were ordered to stop when the noise levels became acceptable. This gave them an imaginary boundary line, and anyone living on the inside of it was offered a simple choice. Stay and you'll never hear another television program as long as you live, or take the NASA shilling and get out. No one stayed, and NASA ended up with exactly what it wanted. 125,000 acres of nothing. They even had to move 5 cemeteries, because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather. Losing his hair.
This will be the year the American people say enough is enough. This will finally be the year the American people say enough is enough. Enough is enough.
It was the American people saying enough is enough. They're fed up.
And say enough is enough.
Say enough is enough. Enough is enough. And we do not tolerate this kind of behavior in this country.
Me, the guy who hosted The Apprentice and sold steaks. But enough is enough. It has to be stopped. It has to be stopped now. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
A new world order.
President Trump's foreign policy mean a new world order. Joining us now to discuss.
Can we skinny dip? At Camp David? Sure. They couldn't keep pants on Kissinger.
There's a need for a new world order. A new world order can be created. Without my help and knowledge, every one of you will be dead.
Got a name?
Trump.
I bet it fits. Your name is Trump? How long are you gonna let this con man walk around town?
Be careful, son. I can sue you. I don't intend to sit here and be insulted, Sheriff. If your people don't want my help, I can go elsewhere.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Trump. You don't talk for the rest of us. Since the sheriff wouldn't stop Trump, Bobby had to find somebody who would.
You hear about Trump?
Yes, sir. What are you gonna do about him?
What do you want me to do?
Stop him.
Now, there's nothing in the world could change their minds. And anybody who tries to could end up getting hurt. They're not going to listen.
Well, there's got to be some way to stop him.
Well, if there is, I don't know it. It's funny how a big lie can make us all kids again.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen, so in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. Money is a good thing.
Bobby had checked the town. The people were ready to believe. Like sheep, they ran toward the slaughterhouse. And waiting for them was the high priest of fraud.
I am the only one. Just me. I can build a wall around your homes that nothing will penetrate. What do we do? How do we save ourselves? You ask, how do you build that wall? You ask, and I'm here to tell you.
We will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. You ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system. Approximately half of new illegal immigrants came on temporary visas and then never ever left. Why should they? Nobody's telling them to leave. Stay as long as you want. We'll take care.
You're a liar, Trump. Trump's sure having his way.
You're going to go back and tell him, Trump. What? You're going to go back and tell him it's a fake. You did a good job working him up into this mood, and now let's see you talk your way out of it.
You don't think I'd lie, do you?
You don't want an answer to that. No, I don't need you now. Every minute you're alive, my neck's in trouble. I know those saddlebags. I'll take them.
Until the crowd knew that everything Trump had said was a lie, there was no hope for Trump.
This is a computer chip designed to emulate how the human brain thinks, which IBM successfully developed and revealed to the world. In the future, wearing a similar device, you might be able to access the unlimited knowledge of the internet directly into your brain. In the future, with a combination of robotic enhancements and genetic engineering, you might have a perfect body. There's room to debate precisely when this will happen, but such a world is coming.
And know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling, be still and know that I am God.
That's a guillotine. Look at it laying out.
Everyone's going to have to chip in. That's only fair. That's the principle I'll be fighting for during the next phase of this process.
Chop your head off.
A year of groundbreaking discoveries and
Look at Walmart. Right next to it so they can put you in the FEMA camps and chop your fingers off until you say, yes, I bowed to the beast. I received his mark in my right hand or in my forehead. The abomination of desolation. Spoken about in Daniel, the prophet. In Matthew, Jesus spoke about it.
Be a part of your army. And I said, Lord, I want to be a part of your army. I want to be a part of that generation of people that you raise up. And the Lord, he just sang this over me. He said, you got your best men on your front side. You always show your best side. And evil's always on the other side. You say this is your strategy. But son, I hope you take it from me. You look just like your enemy. You're full of pride. You're full of pride. I just sing back to him. I said, better trash our idols if we're gonna be in the army of the Lord. And the greatest idol is you and me. We better get on the fishing floor. When will we learn that God's strategy is giving glory to the Lord? So God, so we trash our idols 'cause we wanna be in the army of the Lord. Star, how beautiful you shine. It shines more beautiful than mine. You shine from sea to shining sea. Worldwide is your strategy.